Hi, the Sick Rings by Andre, where I do predictions of the future. If you'd like me to do a prediction for you, let me know in the comments below. Just make sure that you indicate that it's a tarot card reading, a flame reading, or a pendulum reading. Okay, let's get started with the card of the day. Okay, so this is from the Universe Has Your Back deck. Okay, so it says, energy flows where my intention goes. Now, I use that phrase when I'm doing readings a lot, that much of the money goes into the things that you have your intentions on. Okay. So, where your energy goes, that's where all the money goes and all the interest goes, and that's the thing that grows. So for those cryptocurrencies that aren't growing, there's probably not a lot of attention into those particular cryptocurrencies. So it's very fitting card for today's show. So there's the nice artwork. Awesome stuff. Okay, we got Bob Job and maybe some other people. I don't see anybody yet. Maybe they're a little shy today. Okay, we're on Rumble right now. We got one viewer there today. Oh, we got Ann. Okay, so getting into today's topic, it's something that I learned earlier on when I was doing financial advising way back in the day. Was called the Rule of 72. Okay, so this, when I would be with a client, I would tell them how long it takes for your money to double with compound interest. Okay, so if we look at, let's say, a mutual fund, okay, RRSP is here in Canada is like 1%. So if you divide that number into 72, that tells you how many years it'll take for your money to double if you left it in an investment. So of course that would be 72 years. Okay, so let's move up a little bit. Let's get a little bit more interest rate, 5%. Okay, so you divide 5% into 72. That is 14 years, okay, for your investment to double. Okay, 12% or 7% is the next one. That would be 10 years till your money doubles. Okay, 12% would be 6 years. So every 6 years, your money would double. Now, the reason I'm really bringing this up, and this is something that really caught my attention early on at looking at cryptocurrencies, and my knowledge as financial advising and mutual funds and bonds and stocks and that sort of thing. Bitcoin, get this, on average, okay, is 57% annually. Okay, on average. So you divide 57 into 72. How long will it take for your money to double? Right? So just think of that as we move along and you're thinking of bonds and stocks and mutual funds and that sort of thing. Nothing in the traditional market can compete with Bitcoin. Okay. There's a few mutual funds that are like 100%. I remember seeing those, but you needed $100,000 just to get your foot in the door. And that would be a very risky investment. Okay. That'd be a regular mutual fund for the very rich and elite. And you would be investing in third world countries and that sort of thing. So if they ever had a war, your investment's pretty much nil. Okay. So, but when they are doing well, it's a very good investment and you can make quite a bit of money. But you just hope that they don't have some catastrophe in that third world country. Okay, so that would be 100% mutual fund, which normal people don't really get into because not many people have $100,000 laying around just to get their foot in the door. Okay, so that's the rule of 72. So if you ever wondered, you're looking at your mutual funds and your investments and that sort of thing, and you look at the percentage, divide that by 72. Okay, and that'll tell you how long it will take for your investment to double. Okay, so look at many of the different cryptocurrencies, Google it, see what the average percentage is per year, and then your eyebrows would probably go up. And you go, I think I need more of that Bitcoin, okay, or Litecoin or Ethereum, that sort of thing. When you look at the average percent that it grows year by year, okay, and you divide it by 72, okay, that will tell you how long your money will double. We bought back in 2016, I believe, for $500. I think our money's doubled quite a few times already. Okay, so think of that while we're going along here in life, and you're asking yourself that question: should I get into Bitcoin? Okay, so think of that in the future. Okay, lots of people. We got Jerome. Hello, Jerome. He's on our Facebook chat. We got Bentley. We got Rosie. Let's have a look at HBAR. Okay. Somebody was asking that question the other day. I think the one or two questions that we did not get to in the last show. So let's get a move on here. Make sure you're asking lots of questions. It could be a personal reading for yourself, like a 3-card reading or a pendulum reading or a flame reading for yourself, or any type of topic that you would like to know about for today's show. So HBAR, somebody was asking about that the last show, and it seems, excuse me a minute, Face ID. There. The face, it's on me. I got my Rumble on my cell phone. Unfortunately, the chat of the Rumble doesn't come up here on my big screen, so I have to use my little screen. So if anybody asks me any questions in Rumble, they can ask me and I would see it on the phone. Okay, getting back to business here. HBAR, it seems that the health of this particular cryptocurrency starts the year off very, very strong, and then it diminishes. It seems that they're thinking that everything that they were going on was going to be a long, exciting journey. But unfortunately, something is going to be happening in the next little while to put it off track. It doesn't mean that it's gone and not going to be doing anything. It's just going to be having a great moment in time where it's not going to be doing as well as it can. Okay. Financially, I think the same thing is going to be happening in the next little while for HBAR. Starts off really strong and then kind of diminishes after some incident is going to be happening very, very soon. So it's going to be news that's going to be throwing it off a little bit. Okay, it's nothing wrong with the particular cryptocurrency. It's just some news comes out and throws people off, and they go out in every other direction. With that said, I think it's going to be recovering from that, no problem. But it's going to be taking a little longer than the rest of the cryptocurrencies to catch up. Okay. The people that are associated with this one, it seems that they're going to be doing okay, but there's going to be a big change in the people that are going to be running things behind the scenes on their platform. And I think people are going to be focusing on other things than HBAR because of That's how people are, right? They're like the guy in or dog in Up. Remember that movie, Up? Square. So a lot of people are like that, and they look for the next shiny thing instead of holding true to one or a couple cryptocurrencies. They keep moving around too much. Just focus on the basics, and you'll be just fine for the future. But this one is going to be okay, and people are going to be coming back to it after some time, after all the news is gone and all the weirdness is going to be going away within HBAR. Okay, so that was HBAR. Let's have a look at the next thing. Now, somebody's asking the question, when will the US start using crypto for shopping? I don't think that's going to be for quite some time, because they are going to be the holdout for many of the countries that are out there. We know Brazil is all in on crypto. Most of South America is into cryptocurrencies. Russia is actually using cryptocurrencies, and many of the third world countries are starting to use cryptocurrency because it's better than their own currency. United States thinks that they can keep control of everybody, okay, by not doing anything good for the cryptocurrency market. So I'm thinking that's not going to be happening until 2025, 2026. That's the period of time when we're going to see a lot more companies starting to use cryptocurrencies in the US. Other parts of the world, I'm thinking it's going to be much, much sooner than that, because our currency is going to be collapsing or being saved by cryptocurrencies, because there's something that I've been working on and trying to piece together in the background. Okay, so I'm going to let you know about that maybe in the next show or so, the thing that I was picking up. Okay, and it goes along with the singing monkeys and the dancing girls. I think I found a particular reason why all that is going to be happening, with a bit more detail. Okay, so I said 2025 is going to be the moment in time when US is going to start to really get into the cryptocurrency for shopping. Okay, let's get into the next thing. My Rumble keeps going off on me. There, got 6 people there. Hello, Rumble. Okay, when will everything start going up? And that's going to be very, very soon. It's tradition, okay, that the year before the halving, everything starts to go back up. Okay, so in the last little while, it's been all over the road. Okay, and then I believe in the next 2 to 3 months, it's going to start to ramp up by the springtime. I think that I keep saying that, and many of the other psychics out there are actually saying that as well. Springtime, a little after it was after Christmas, and a couple months after that, in that time space, everything is going to start to go back up in a good way. So I'm holding strong with that particular outlook, and it kind of fits the narrative that what they're doing behind the scenes. And I'll have a topic of that in probably Saturday's show. Okay, so let's get into the next thing as I have a sip of coffee. Now, I don't think Jerome's seen any of these yet. I think he may have been part of that class of remote viewing. We're doing a little bit of remote viewing here on the channel. If you are new here and you don't know what remote viewing is, We have a selected target within the envelope, and the target number on the front of the envelope is what you're going to be putting on a fresh, clean piece of paper. Okay, and then you're going to be describing the target. This is right up Jerome's alley. He's a medicine man. It's very good, actually. So you're going to put YHDR7343 on the top of that piece of paper, okay? And then you're going to be describing everything that you pick up from the target, okay? You're going to pick up the colors of the target. Is it blue? Is it red? Is it green? Okay. What kind of textures does it have? So when you're with your pad of paper and pen and you're focusing on the number, pick up you can even reach out and feel the target. Is it rough? Is it smooth? Is it hairy or bristly? Is it soft like a monkey? A stuffed monkey, by the way, not a real monkey. What are the smells, the tastes that you have? Okay. Need number again. It's on the screen already. Jerome. It's over here. So this Saturday, or excuse me, Sunday, that's when we have our remote viewing show where we reveal what's in the envelope. Okay, so you can do your homework on that. So now, as you're going along and you're picking up all the things that you can see about the target, okay, and all of a sudden you say, it's a pink pen that looks like a pig. It's my wife's pen. She likes cute little things. And it's great. That would be known as an analytical overlay. AOL, analytical overlay. So you write down pink pen that has a pig on it. Okay? And you don't want to label it. You want to describe the target. Okay? DJ asks, where do I come up with the numbers? There's a place on Google. You can just remote viewing random number generator. And it just spits out a number for you to use. Okay? There you go. You can make up numbers till the cows come home. It's a lot of fun. Even gives you little pictures associated with the number. Okay, and you can actually do that with your friends. Practice, right? So there you go. You can just Google most of this information. Okay. Yeah. So that'll be this Sunday show. So make sure you get your homework done. Okay, let's move into the chat. There. Oh, you lost some people. They're not talking. Okay. Bob Job asks, hi, Andre. Many psychics seeing financial problems for UK. Yeah. Can you do a flame rating in 2023? Okay. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of financial situations in UK and most of Europe. I'm talking to quite a few people from different parts of the world, and they're hurting very badly financially. Got a clean sheet of paper. And I'll put that question into the paper. Okay. Yeah, Jerome likes these too. Me and Jerome have I've done these quite a bit, actually. Trick is to keep that piece of paper moving so you don't burn a hole in it. It's very strong paper, actually. Doesn't burn that well, which I guess is good normally. Okay, so your intuition will tell you when to stop. Okay, so this is the financial world of the UK for 2023. I'm already seeing that there's like a strong man here. Okay. Yeah, he's skating along. Skating along. What's that mean? What do you think, DJ? And there seems to be a snake coiled up around him as well as he's skating along. So remember, I was talking about symbology. So when you see something like a bird or a snake or something like that, what does it mean to you? Okay, personally, don't. Well, you can look in a book, but like a dream book, that'll give you some indicators of what pictures would mean, right? In a metaphysical sense. The man skating along. The financial world is going to be skating along just smoothly for whatever reason. I guess they're going to be figuring out many of the things that are going to be needed to keep things moving in a certain direction. And I guess somebody's going to be coming along and come up with a solution. At least until this particular person's out of harm's way. That's probably what the snake is, trying to get away from the nasty beast that is the financial world, and the person's going to be skating along, trying to keep ahead of it to keep everything moving. Okay, and the best way to keep everything moving in the UK and the rest of the world is to keep moving. Don't stop. Okay. Keep doing the things that you need to do every day to keep things moving financially, business wise. Okay. Try to keep working, that sort of thing. Keep that economy moving. There's going to be somebody that's going to be coming along that's in a new politician that's going to be coming in, that's going to be knowing the answer to the solution to the answer. It's probably the thing that I was seeing that this is why all the banks are, I'll just let it go. This is why all the banks are buying all the Bitcoin. Okay. There's this thing called Basel. And there's a place in Europe that's called Basel. This is where this banking charter was made. 2 days ago, all banks had to show that they had the finances or gold, silver, the goods to back up their fiat currency. Okay. And that was 2 days ago. If the banks do not show proof of funding for all this cash moving around, they can be shut down. Okay. So my concept that I was picked up on when I first found out about it's called Basel. They're right now we're into Basel 3, Basel 2, Basel 3, and there's supposed to be 5 of these Basels moving forward for the banking industry. This is why XRP is going to be very, very important in the future because it's going to be supporting much of the cash that's out there. To be switching it over, and this is why they're been buying a ton of Bitcoin. You have to remember the banking industry owns 80% of the Bitcoin that are out there. So it makes you think, okay, that they have some plan in mind, not just buying Bitcoin for the sake of buying Bitcoin. So with this new knowledge that I was picking up on and was watching a little video on, where they have to show that there's assets backing the currency, like back in the old days when fiat currency was backed by gold. Okay. And we kept saying, envisions that there's going to be a new currency that's backed by commodities. There it is, the Basel, I think it's called. We're now into Basel 3. So look it up on Google. Very interesting. So this is why they're buying Bitcoin, to back up the currency. So that your US, Canadian, your UK money is backed by Bitcoin, gold, silver, and anything else that they can get their hands on. I believe that's what's been happening behind the scenes. That's why every time you turn around, you see banks are buying all the Bitcoin when it goes down. Okay. Now, this is where we get into the dancing monkeys and the dancing girls and all that sort of thing, when they start to want to increase the value of the Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrencies so they can balance their balance sheets, okay, and show that they have enough physical stuff to back the currency. And I believe that was the plan from the get-go, because they knew their fiat currency was going to collapse. Okay, it doesn't hold water. Now they need to back it up with something. That's probably what they're up to. Okay, and when they do the dancing girls and the singing monkeys and all that on advertising, gets everybody pumped about cryptos. It'll go exponentially to carry the debt of the fiat currency. Okay. Oops. I got a smiley face in front of my face here. There. So that's basically what this is describing. Okay. There you go. Hopefully that answers your question. Okay. Thank you for that, Bob. Will ETH go up to 2,500 or closer to 3,500 USD in 2023? Probably closer to 2024. It's going to be closer to that period of time. Yes, it's going to get to those, especially 2,500 in the next year. But in the next year, you're going to see 3,500 and beyond, just because of the thing I was just describing. Okay. And that's going to be very, very soon. That's going to be a thing. Okay. So, yes. Thank you for that. Hi, Andre. I am seeking McKarthy.
Seeing McKarthy, yes.
Seeing McKarthy as U.S. Top Man 2023. Am I right? Yeah, you're probably right. I don't like any of the people that they're trying to put into this position, but yeah, he's going to be the next Speaker of the House. They don't like the other guy. So I don't like any of them. But yeah, you're right. He manage to hold on to his position until November 2024 after 10? Barely. And it's just because for some reason that I have this feeling that they have no other choice in the matter. Nobody likes him, but okay. Hopefully that answers your question. Doge bottom and top for January if possible, please. Oh, nobody chatting to me on Rumble. That's okay. They're watching. Okay. Doge bottom. It's going to be very, very soon. I think we're pretty much close to that right now. We got to 7 cents. I think you're looking for 6 cents around in there. Canadian. I don't know what it is, US. And the top is going to be after January. It's going to February, March in that time period. And it's going to be going up with the rest of the market. I don't think much attention is on the Dogecoin for the moment. Okay, I think people are watching other things. Okay, but it will go up with the rest of the market. I don't think many people are listening to Elon Musk at the moment, but I'm picking up that it will go up with the rest of the market as well, and we may be quite rich, right, Bob? I got quite a bit of Dogecoin myself, so I'm hoping it comes in soon. We're gonna be millionaires. Okay, thank you for that, Bob. Hello, all. Will TTCF stock be successful long term? The health of it seems to be okay. I think they're going to be really having to fight for the next little while because of everything going on around them. I think it's going to be a bit of a struggle for them. I think financially they're going to be doing okay. There's going to be a nice charge up in the middle of the year, and for some reason it's going to drop off, not into oblivion, but because of the rest of the market doing the thing. Okay. But in the long term, I do think it's going to be just fine. But with that said, you have to remember every time that the stock market or any market, traditional market collapses, it takes about 6 to 7 years for it to recover. So when you buy it really, really, really low, okay, just know that you may have to sit on it for quite some time. Okay. But I believe it's going to be doing just fine. Okay, thank you for that. Which of your crypto has performed the best? Bitcoin. Overall, and a lot of crypto friends of ours have stated it as well. If they had just bought Bitcoin in the very beginning instead of toying with all these other small coins, they would have done much, much better. And with a couple years under our belts in the cryptocurrency world, that is true. If we had just bought Bitcoin, it would have been further along, especially if you're doing the long game. Okay. There's a lot of little cryptocurrencies that jump around, and some of them will do well. Much of this is hoping that a little cryptocurrency is going to be doing well. Okay, it's that notion that you're going to be catching lightning in a bottle again. Okay, and I think that's really only happened 3 times, maybe 4, with Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and XRP. Okay, and Doge, but nobody really expected Doge to do anything back in the day because it was just crypto dust that you get from mining Bitcoin. That's the only way you can get Doge is mining wise is by mining Bitcoin, Litecoin, back in the day, Ethereum, and anything that you can mine. You can get side little coins to go along with that, and that would have been Doge. One of them is Doge. Okay, so Bitcoin is our best performer by far. Okay, thank you for that question. Hi, Andre. Will my case go to the hospitals? Okay. It's going to be a very, very long journey. I keep getting this long journey card, but it will get there. You're going to be making some new teammates, I guess you can call it, along the way that are going to be teaming up with you to take it to where it needs to go. And they're going to be there to help you with that process. But the process is, of course, with anything legal, takes quite a bit of time. But once you start upon that journey, it's going to take you to different places that you never expected. Okay. And you're going to be uncovering many other things along the way that can help you and other people. Okay. Sometimes when you're working on one project, you're going to get all this knowledge and understanding of other things that kind of go side by side with the thing that you're working on. And that's going to be helping other people. You can actually put a booklet together for people, and they can pay a little bit of money for it and for that information. Maybe knowing your way around the system, and that's the process that you're going to be going through, and the path that you're going to be going through, finding out all that information. So how will my case go to the hospitals? Ooh. I think there's going to be somebody there that's going to be helping or give you the idea on how to move there. I'm not quite sure how it will get to the hospitals, but it will. Okay. And there's going to be somebody that you meet that's kind of going through the same situation. That's going to be helping you out with that. Okay. Hopefully that helps you out. Things seem to have come to a head with head office. Is it my best interest to go with the new guy? I think this was a reading we did a little while back. I vaguely remember this. I do so many readings, it's hard to keep track of them. What it's going to be happening very, very quick with this head come to a head with the head off. That's going to be very swift, and you're going to have to be fighting for the position that you have and moving on into the future. There's going to be a ruling. It's going to be in your favor, if that makes any sense to you. Okay. And there's going to be a judgment coming from somewhere within your hierarchy that it's a bunch of nonsense. It's going to be outside of your workspace. Okay. So be aware of that and do look into the new person. Okay, because I think there's something there as well. Okay, because the new guy's good. Okay, but I do believe that there's some unfinished things with where you're at, and there may be some money coming from that direction as well. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. Will the Canadian dollar ever reach
80 cents.
80 cents? It's like 68 cents right now. Probably, but that won't be for quite some time. I am picking up that they do have that thing I was mentioning previously going on within the Canadian banking system itself. I did see the report that they have the backing of all of our currency. The 80-cent thing, I think, is going to be a thing that's going to be happening in about 2028. That's going up from where it is now. And it's going to be a wonderful time. It's because we're changing government and more work-orientated government, get back to work sort of thing instead of sitting on your butt like many people are doing right now. Getting that stimulus going and all that sort of thing. But yeah, what did I say? 2028 is going to be the time that everything starts to go back to that amount of money for our dollar. Okay. Thank you, Jerome. When will I meet my soulmate? I am a female seeking a male, if that matters. Oh, it's the thing with soulmates. Soulmates don't necessarily have to be our love interest. It could be somebody that comes along and is very close to us in other ways. It doesn't have to be a person that we marry or fall in love with and that sort of thing. It could be a small child that could be our soulmate. Soulmate means like-minded, that sort of thing. Doesn't mean you're going to be falling in love in that way that you're thinking. Okay? It's a kind of a misconception of soulmates. But let's see. Once you start thinking along those patterns that the person has to be perfect, okay, then you're going to be being real with the situation, and then you're going to be finding the person that is perfect for where you are now. You have to remember you're only going to be attracting the person that you are like. It's like a reflection of yourself. Okay. And this is the kind of thing I got to be careful with because it's kind of a slap in the face. You attract what you are, not necessarily what you want. Okay. And then there's also the law of attraction thing. When you write down, I want to meet this type of person. Okay. Be very, very detailed on your listing of the thing that you're asking universe to bring you. Okay. Or it's just, if you just say, I want a guy. Well, universe, here's a guy. He has one eyebrow. or he picks his nose every 5 seconds. It's a guy. So you got to be very precise in your language and when you're asking universe to give you something. And if you are looking for your soulmate, make sure that you specify exactly to universe what you want, because the cards are showing me that you're kind of all over the place on what you think is the perfect person for you. So when you nail down exactly the person that you want, okay, write it out and ask the universe, that's what I want. Of course, when you're thinking, you're going to get all the good aspects of what you like and all the negative aspects that you project, right? So make sure you only focus on the things that you want. Don't focus on the things that you do not want. And when you start to do that, it's going to be the person's going to be coming out of nowhere, right? When you get all this figured out, it's going to be almost like that. I got that feeling. Okay, so you got to do your homework. Put a thing on the fridge or wherever you look at all the time and write out all the aspects that you exactly want. Okay, and once you do that, then it'll start to happen. And be aware of it and be able to receive that energy into your life. Okay, hopefully that helps you and everybody else here. Give you a little insight on how the universe works. Can I have 3 cards for my daughters? Okay. I think one of them is going to be walking away from a project that they were working on for the longest period of time. It could be work related, school related, that sort of thing. And they're going to be walking away from it because they are discouraged in some way. Okay. Make sure you get in there and to help them carry on with the thing that they were working on. They're just a little discouraged at the moment. Okay. So keep being there, do that thing, and making sure that they continue with the thing that they want to do, because they're going to be walking away from it because they don't think they had one failure and the whole world's going to fall apart and blah 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 blah. I have a feeling that it's actually the right thing to do for this one particular daughter. Just get in there and encourage them to carry on with the thing that they were doing. The other, I don't know how many daughters you have, but there's another one. They're too tied to things that do not work for them, and they're going to be doing what they think is right, and it's going to blow up at their face. So you're going to have to help them out as well. Overall, I think there's going to be some new prospects for them also in higher money. Okay, as long as they keep on track with the things that they're doing. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. Went to local readers. He said this year would be 40% better than last year.
I think it's 40%.
40% better than last year. What do the cards say? I don't know 40% of what exactly, but we'll throw some cards down. You got to stop looking at all the negative aspects of everything that's going on with you too much. Know that they exist. Okay, this is kind of the theme for today. Focus on the things that you do want instead of the things that you do not want. This is a lesson for everybody that's out there. For the last couple of years, we've been focusing on all the things that we do not like. Okay. I don't want to get too much details for that with that, but I think you know where I'm headed. Now we got to focus on the things that we do want. Okay. And this is the big lesson. Know that they're out there, these negative aspects of life. But now is the time to start focusing on the things that we do want, the law of attraction, law of action. Okay. And this is one of the ways we're going to get rid of these jokers out of government and the banking and the blah, 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 blah. Focus on the things that you want and take the actions that are necessary to make the change. Okay. 40% better. Okay. So it's 80% good. I don't know where you started, but things are going to be turning around at this moment in time. We are fighting back the World Economic Forum and all those jokers by exposing them. Okay. Wrap white light around them and let them deal with that white light. It can be very, how do you say? It can work in our benefit, for our benefit in a great way when you do that. When you wrap these individuals in white light, ooh, very nasty, but in a good way. Okay. When you shooting your energy out to other people that are doing harm to the world, and you surround them with white light, it dissipates that energy and moves on. So this is why we got to start to focus on all the positive things, or at least try to, okay, in today's, and focus on the things that we do want. Okay. So yeah, 80% better. That's where I'm going. Thank you, Charles. Is the Earth real or a simulation? It's real, but it's also a simulation at the same time because, oh, this is getting into deep woo-woo territory. This kind of the thing I learned in Kung Fu a long time ago, that our reality is there. This coffee cup is there because I perceive it to be there. Okay. Everything is designed or from our own thinking. Okay. Now in Kung Fu, Grandmaster Simon, he held the world record for breaking ice, right? It was like a couple tons of ice stacked up. And he goes, the trick is not to, okay, use brute strength to get through the ice. Okay, if anyone done karate or anything like that, it's not about brute strength. It's about transforming that moment in time and knowing that there's a reality that the ice is already broken. Catch where I'm going? It's not the brute strength that breaks the ice. It's him focusing on another dimension, other reality where the ice is already broken. Okay? Hopefully I haven't lost you. So, yes, this is all real. Okay? It's because it makes sense for the cup to be there from our own thinking. Okay? Everything is energy. And our thoughts are energy. And our energy thoughts make our reality. Okay? So as Grandmaster Simon was breaking the ice, he's changing the reality slightly where the ice breaks. Okay? He both held the world record with the right and left hand. Okay? So it's not about breaking reality, it's about bending it a little bit. So this is kind of telling that it's a little bit of a simulation, but it's a concept of our own thoughts. When you go to the other side, when you're done here on this plane of existence, go to the other, it is pure thought. Okay. That is what you are on the other side, is your pure thought, and everything you ever thought, think, do happens instantaneously. Okay. So that's why I don't believe that there's a hell. The only thing you bring with you on the other side is what you bring with you. There's no good or bad place. It's only what you bring with you on the other side, because it is pure thought, nothing else. Well, there's other things, but that is what it's created of being. Okay? So Earth is real, but it's also kind of a simulation because you can bend the rules slightly. It's like Grandmaster Simon levitating in the air for a few seconds at a time. And many of the other masters I worked with, they can levitate. It's not because they have superpowers, it's because they forget about gravity for a split second. Okay? They're just bending reality. You can't break reality, but you can bend it slightly. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. When will UK pound be worth less than US dollar? Next January. It's the first thing that came to mind. January. Not this January, but the following January. When that will start to happen for that particular situation. But I think the other thing will start to lift it up. Okay? And that's when we're going to get that second financial system in place around that moment in time. Okay? So hopefully you got your Bitcoin and all that locked up. And we're going to have to weather the storm. Okay? Thank you for that. Happy New Year. If possible, could I have a reading? Flame cards, rework, and accommodation in 2023. Okay, we'll do a quick card reading for, what's his name? Jay? Jay. Well, you turned your thinking around. I think you're going to be going into something brand new, and it's going to be working out just fine for you. Okay? You've had some doubts about this particular direction that you're thinking of going, but it's going to be working out just fine for you. Make sure that you go for it. Okay? This thing that you've been thinking about, because it's the right thing to do. Okay? Don't doubt your own abilities. Okay? I think you have everything that's necessary for this success that you were working upon. Okay? Or we're thinking of getting into. You are going to be doing very, very well with this particular direction that you're thinking of going. Okay? Just do it. And you'll be just fine. Hopefully that helps you out. Now, make sure you get your homework. Where's my envelope? There we are. For everybody. That's going to be this Sunday. Saturdays are horoscope readings and all that wonderful stuff. TJ goes, random? That's it? Yeah. It's not, there's no magic. It's just a random number generator. It works. It's what the U.S. government uses for their remote viewing program as well. Okay? As long as the number is attached to an actual target, then it works. Okay? So hopefully that helps you out. That's going to be this Sunday. We're going to be revealing that, and we're going to have a new remote viewing target for the next week. Just make sure that you understand that we're doing lives here on Saturdays and Sundays, 10 a.m. Central, and Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Central. And let's see. If you like a personal reading with me, make sure you go to psychicreadingsbyandre.com. And you can also get the Treasure Wallet there, that sort of thing. If you do happen to purchase a Treasure Wallet from our affiliate link, know that we make a little bit of money from that. If you go to psychicreadingsbyandre.com and you like a personal reading, that information is there as well. If you like a healing, okay, same link. Just email me and I'll give it to the wife and she'll set things up with you. Okay. She's very, very good. Okay. So you can get a healing from her. What else do we got to talk about? I think that's it. Okay. So make sure you come see you on Saturday. I think that's the next show. And make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the future. Bye-bye.